Good morning, viewers. It's early Tuesday morning here down in Hobart, and yeah, I'm about to leave the guest house now and go up to Mt Wellington and do some photography. The plan is to go up to Mt Wellington and then after that go down to Port Arthur and check out the convict penitentiary. Anyway, yeah, here we've got a nice beautiful sunrise over Hobart. It's pretty chilly this morning. We've got a raven up in the tree crowing like they do. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty chilly this morning. Yeah, got a few layers of clothing on me. It's keeping me warm. Anyhow, probably go over here a little bit. I keep forgetting what that bridge is called. But anyway, that's the famous Tasmanian Hobart Bridge. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping to go over that bridge this morning to go down to Hobart. I don't know, go down to Port Arthur, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think I'll detour through that way. I've got to drive over the bridge. Alrighty, well, anyway, I'll go head off now and yeah, see you up Mt Wellington. Okay, viewers, I'm on my way up to Mt Wellington now, and yeah, the sunrise on Mt Wellington absolutely looks fantastic, so I thought I'd do a filming of it. Gives it that nice purpley, orangey sort of look. Yeah. You can see they've got some kind of communications tower up there, or at least I think that's what it is. Or it could be a weather tower, don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take a few snaps here and then drive up. See you in the next video when I'm up on the mountain. Okay, viewers, got some bad news. I unfortunately can't go up to Mt Wellington because there's forecasted ice on one of the roads leading up there, so, and the council said it's going to be closed pretty much all week, so I'm going to do the next best thing, which is to go to one of the lookouts halfway up, and yeah, which is just up that walkway there. But anyhow, here's a lovely view of Mt Wellington from halfway up. I'm trying to work out what this tower is. Don't know if it's a weather tower. Don't think it's a communications tower. Doesn't have any antennas on it. Alrighty, going to head off to the lookout now. Get a few photographs of the mountain from this side first and then head up to the lookout. See you there. Okay, viewers, here I am up at Springs Lookout, roughly I guess about halfway up Mt Wellington. So yeah, couldn't get up Mt Wellington, but I've done the next best thing, and this is quite a spectacular lookout. The only thing is you won't be able to see much of the city of Hobart, but still you get to see much of the seaside and the outer suburbs and the bays and all that. It's it's a very nice looking area here. Beautiful day it is today, nice and sunny. Got good weather today and tomorrow. Then later on the week's going to turn to shit, but yeah, glad we've got a few days of decent weather. Anyway, we'll do some zooming in of the bays and seaside and all that. And we're going in towards Hobart. The sun's pretty much shining intensely on Hobart at the moment. And down there we've got that bridge again, which I still haven't gotten around to looking up the exact name of it. Yeah, I should know it, but yeah, I'm not from Hobart obviously, so I don't know the name off heart. But anyway, quite a nice view of the bridge as a silhouette because the sun's just shining on it. Let's see if we can get the Rest Point Casino. Gonna work out where that is. It's probably here, I think. It's hard to see because it's so hazy because of the sunrise. I think that could be it. Yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of filming of the outer skirts of Hobart and the bays and all that. And what a beautiful view. Yeah, I think we might have a lighthouse on a small island there. Can't exactly tell what it is from this distance, but could be a lighthouse on a tiny island. Down here we've got the southern outer suburbs of Hobart, probably Kingston. It's where one of my mates from Sydney recently moved to. I'm going to be catching up with him probably tomorrow. See if we can get more of the south western side. Oh, that big building down there is. Yeah, we've got the communications tower over here. Yeah, apart from the odd car driving up the road here, it's very quiet and peaceful. Alright viewers, I'm going to hang up here for a little while, do some digital and film photography, and then yeah, I'm going to then head off to Port Arthur and see the convict penitentiary, and yeah, take photos out there. Yeah, I've last time been out to Hobart at all was way back in 1990 when I was on primary school year 3 excursion out here. We spent about, I think, 3 or 4 days, about 4 days out at Hobart, and yeah, we went out to Port Arthur. We went to the chocolate factory, which now you can't go visit no more, which is a shame. And yeah, we went to, I think we might have went to a Lego museum, or not Lego museum, a kind of like a big Lego display thing. Went to quite a few attractions. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, pretty much the highlight of the year going on that trip. And it was just before I moved up to the mainland. But anyway, 32 years on, it's good to be back in Hobart. And yeah, I'm loving every minute of it. Alright. Anyway, time to do some photography and then head off down to Port Arthur. See you there. Okay viewers, I'm on my way to Port Arthur, still in Hobart at the moment. Thought I'd share with you its famous bridge, which is actually called the Tasman Bridge. I actually thought it was called the Derwent Bridge or something like that. I don't know, it probably was called that once upon a time, and then they changed to the Tasman Bridge, I don't know. Or maybe it's always been called that, who knows. But anyway, let's do a bit of a zoomer in. Yeah, back in 1975 there was an accident with this bridge. I think one of the boats hit one of the pylons and knocked it down, and yeah, part of the bridge broke off. I think there was some fatalities. I'm pretty sure there was some fatalities. And then, yeah, it got repaired and was back in service again. Alright viewers, anyway I'm going to take some photos and then yeah, I'm going to drive over that bridge and head on my way to Port Arthur. See you at Port Arthur. Okay viewers, here I am at Port Arthur at the historical penitentiary site. Yeah, first time I've been here in 32 years. I remember coming here on a year 3 excursion way back in 1990. It was like a 4-day Hobart trip with Mole Creek School, the school I used to go to as a little boy. And yeah, I remember coming here, but I don't have exact memories of touring through this place. I just remember coming here. But anyway, let's do a little bit of zooming in of the ruins. Anyway, yeah, there's a couple of tours I've got complimentary with my ticket. There's a walking tour that starts at 1:30, and later on in the afternoon there's a boat tour. So yeah, looking forward to those. Anyhow, before all that I'm going to try and get all my photos in, and yeah, got film to shoot and I've got digital cameras to shoot. And I've also got my cine camera with me with old Kodachrome film from the 50s, which I will of course develop in as a black and white negative, as you can't develop Kodachrome anymore in colour. Anyway, alrighty, I'll just do one more shot, then yeah. Alrighty, anyhow, time to do some film and motion picture photography.
Bottom of prison society in here. Your life is a misery. You are in chains 24 hours a day, one man to a cell. You're really only sleeping in here though, because of the day you're put together in the chain gangs, which is usually around about 100 men. Most typically, pretty nasty. Above, right up the top floor, an open dormitory for about 400 men. That's where you were moved to once you've done your time here in the bottom of your life. This is very much an incentivised program here at Port Arthur. People on to become Tasmania's first premier, albeit very briefly. Now, even though it becomes a civil administration from 1844 on, you still had a very strong British military presence here for a good 20 years or so. Because not only were they employed here for additional security and convicts and the like, but the British also had their eyes on bigger prizes at that time. So it's the same year as the flour mill here was constructed. When it was constructed, it was considered to be the finest hospital in the whole colony of Mt Wellington. So you had very good infrastructure here. The doctors themselves were generally considered to be very good. These are, by and large, very dedicated men who are working in remote locations. They're doing it tough, but their biggest issue that we constantly read about is the total lack of any quality medical supplies.
Okay viewers, just been on a guided tour of Port Arthur. Anyhow, and yeah, the tour guide told some interesting historical stories about the Port Arthur site and the various goings on here. Everything from building the prison, the floggings, to the loony asylum that was down there, and to the guards barracks and a whole bunch of other things. And yeah, I'm actually amazed that the tours of this penitentiary actually started a few months after Port Arthur shut down in 1877. Anyhow, yeah, I think I'm up in the guards barracks area. Oh yeah, the reason why, the primary reason why Port Arthur's in such a decrepit state was because of one really bad bushfire that swept through here in the late, I think it was the late 1890s, the guide said, which pretty much burnt the roofs and did a lot of damage. The roofs back then were all wood shingle. Anyway, alrighty, so yeah, we'll do a bit of a zoomer in. So it was a later penitentiary. Apparently floggings was abolished here in 1848, and they sent disobedient prisoners to that building there, which they were in dark solitary confinement, which did a lot more harm to them psychologically than getting a flogging. Anyway, yeah, we've got some early cottages there. We got, yeah, that's the guards barracks, as I believe it is. I'm pretty sure that's what the guide said it was. We've got this little cottage here with wood shingle roofs. I'm not sure who actually occupied it back in the day. Probably one of the head guards or something, I don't know. I mean, the information's all up on that plaque there. We'll go up and have a look. Alrighty, going to go take some photos and all that, and yeah, there's apparently a boat tour. We get on the boat and go around the bay and all that. That starts at 3 o'clock in the arvo. So yeah, I'll have to get ready for that. That'll be a lot of fun. Alrighty, see you in the next video. Okay viewers, I'm just outside of the later penitentiary that was made, where prisoners were put into dark rooms in solitary confinement. And yeah, over in the distance, got what the guide said is the paupers building. And got the military barracks up there. Yeah, I'm going to have a quick look in here and then head off to the boat, which leaves about 3 o'clock.
Welcome aboard the Marana for your harbour cruise. Just a brief safety announcement. Now please be aware that there are life jackets in the marked compartments at the front of the vessel as well as upstairs, and in the event of an emergency, please take direction from the crew. Thank you. Now this settlement of Port Arthur, of course, was a notorious prison, officially a secondary punishment station, a place where they incarcerated what were considered to be the most incorrigible or incurable criminals within this colony of Van Diemen's Land. Now the general scheme of this place, of course, was that men would be put to hard labour, gathering raw materials, and other men would be put to task making things from those raw materials. Port Arthur always had an industrial side. Now, the most plentiful and most valuable raw material here was timber. Various species of eucalypts, which were described as being 150 feet to the first branch. Convicts produced anything from broomsticks to boats and ships, and this clearing we're coming alongside on your left-hand side is the dockyard, where they produced around 200 vessels altogether. The majority of these were longboats or whale boats, whaling was a major industry in this early colony of Van Diemen's Land, so you can imagine craft only 9 years of age. They were the pickpockets, the petty thieves, who came from the larger industrial towns of Great Britain, but the majority seem to have come from London and the London districts. And they were the artful dodgers, but very much the real thing. They were often bored in the fact that they were transporting children as young as 9. But the sadder fact is that the age of responsibility in Britain at this time was age 7. A boy or girl caught and convicted could be thrown into jail at that age, but the problem was it was the same jails for everybody, men, women and children. These places were grossly overcrowded. They were rife with corruption, currency of course. But it's a very important historic site, the first sanctioned juvenile prison under British control. Another important historic site, of course, is the small island. This is Island Dead. It's convict possession of a less romantic view than the authorities of this place. We believe it's the last resting place for around 1,100 people. The majority of those, as you can imagine, are convicts, but are given their proper status, convicts, two distinctly different cemeteries within the one island. The small island was surrounded by where those departed prisoners may lie together and await the morning of resurrection. Folks, just to interrupt our commentary for a moment, we'll soon be talking about some visitors on board who will be disembarking for a tour with our guide. If those people could please have their tickets ready, we'll be checking those before you leave the vessel. We also ask if you could use the sanitisers before disembarking. Now this call is only for those people with the specific island.
Okay viewers, here I am on the harbour cruise. As you've seen in my previous videos, I didn't do any commentary because the tour guide was doing the commentary. But anyhow, this is the Isle of the Dead, and some of the people are doing the Isle of the Dead tour, and they'll be disembarking at this port, at this jetty here. I didn't get that part of the tour, so I'm just going to be on board, and yeah, I'll just do some filming from here. Anyhow, it's quite a nice cruise, quite a nice sight. Here we've got a seagull over there, not the ones I commonly see up in my area. And yeah, over in the distance over there is Port Arthur Penitentiary. Yeah, nearly fell over. Alrighty, just going to snap some photos and yeah, see you in the next video. Okay viewers, here I am in the main penitentiary. Going to pretty much finish up for the day. So I've got a long hour and a half trip back to Hobart, where I'll be staying at a waterfront motel, and it's getting on the 4. But anyway, is inside the main building. Alrighty, well, that wraps it up for today. If I don't make another video before I leave, see you tomorrow. Okay viewers, just spotted a couple of oyster catchers down here. The ones we get up in the mainland are around the Wollongong area, the full-on black sooty oyster catchers. These ones are a bit of a different species that have a black and white body. I don't know any birds, so I do not know what species of oyster catcher it is, but yeah, they're different from the ones on the mainland. Alrighty. Anyway, yeah, it's been a fantastic day at Port Arthur, seeing the historical site, the old penitentiary and surrounding buildings. Alrighty. Anyway, this is officially the last video. Time for the long trip back to Hobart. See you tomorrow. Okay viewers, I'm on my way back to Hobart now. I've only got about 30 odd kilometres to go to get to Hobart, and I thought I'd stop by here because I've got a lovely sunset over Tiger Head Bay. So I'll get a bit of a zoomer in. Of course the camera is kind of overexposing, so it doesn't look quite as pretty on camera as it does to the naked eye. I think I can fix that. I'm just going to set my exposure to manual. Now it looks a lot better. Okay, so yeah, it actually looks a bit kind of dark. Give me a second. Okay, about as best as I can get it. But anyway, lovely sunset view over Tiger Head Bay. Nice blue mountains in the distance with yellow skyline. Well, it looks pink on the camera, but yeah. Anyway, it's Tiger Head Bay. There's the mountains in the distance. I'd say that's Mt Wellington. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm off to the waterfront motel I'm staying at tonight. So yeah, this is literally officially my last video. So yeah. See you tomorrow.